How is everybody doing? Good morning, guys. Whew, I'm really kind of achy, stressed out, achy, and my son had a terrible flu the other day, and I caught it. I caught it too. I caught it. So my tonsil is a little bit sore. My tonsil is a little bit sore. So my tonsil is a little bit sore, and with this kind of weather, it make you feel cold. With this kind of flu, when you got it, it pain your neck, and then and I just got sick recently, but he was having a terrible one. But with this kind of weather now, with this symptom, I don't know, this quick flu symptom that I got, it started making me get cold last night. I was super cold last night. I mean, cold, super cold, pure chills and everything. So I went to my bed very early last night. Yes, I did went to my bed very early last night because I was super duper cold. I was very so I went to bed very early last night. I called my lady friend who I always call and talk to. And I call her because she always checking up on me. And I call her and I said, listen, I gotta go to bed. I'm not feeling well. So she said, all right, go get somewhere. She said, you're going to bed this early? And she called me by, she gave me a name. She called me, she said, you're going to bed this early? I said, yes, I'm not feeling well. She said, oh Lord. And I went to my bed, guys, and I woke up back at around 3 something this morning. When I mean wake up, I didn't get up out the bed, but I woke up. And then my little son, because I slept in their room last night, and then my little son said, Mama, I need my bottle. Bottle. So I said, all right, then just we'll lay down a little bit more. I will provide it for you. So yeah. And then my dinner that I cooked yesterday, I cooked some food. It's good thing I had cooked yesterday. Good thing I had get that little courage to cook yesterday because in the evening it just start getting chills. At the first I didn't have no chills, my throat was just feeling achy, but I didn't have any chills. But yesterday in the evening, oh Lord, so it's a good thing. I had cooked yesterday when I did. Yeah, it's a good thing, man. I say me doing something like that, you just know that it is already done because of what's ahead of you. You're preparing you for what's ahead of you, so you're able to do what you need to do in the right way. Because I'm telling you, I was so sick, and then this morning I got up and went downstairs to go take the kids, pamper them this morning, and then went downstairs to go. Before I left the house, I heard it's 7:90, and then when I get up, knocking at my door. I'm like, who's that knocking at my door 7:90? So I didn't go look because I go with the kids who to feed them. So I didn't go look. So I get up, get that taken care of, and then I went downstairs this morning. And when I went downstairs, I tried to start the car up and it wouldn't start. So, but the good thing with this car now that I got, it tell you that it tell you what's wrong with it. So it tell you your battery is running low on the battery pack. Yes, you have on the screen, you have you have your oil. If you see when your oil gonna run out, you have the battery up there, and they have just like you have the temperature gauge and everything up there. So I like that about the car. So it told me the battery went low, so it went dead. So I couldn't get to carry my boy to school early on time. And then I had called my elderly friend to come and give me a boost. Forgot. I forgot that I have my booster pack. So I had to come back upstairs and Garden say, hey, Garden, Sammy, hey, good morning to you all. How you guys doing? Prudence is say Paris and Francis. Oh, you're from France. Greetings, Prudence, yeah. He said, how are you? I'm under the weather. I catch my son sickness that he had that quick flu-like symptoms. Come on really quick and then it give your body chills. It don't stay long, but it come on real fast. So I run back upstairs and get my battery pack. And at this time now, the way I open the bonnet, which is the hood of the car, And I opened the bonnet, and I couldn't figure out how to get there. He said, "Hello, I am from India." V. He said, "Randy, say hello. I am from India now." You say, "Oh, it's night there." Oh, greetings. Bless up yourself all the way out to India. Greetings. Big shout out. John said, "Oh, that's not good, but I hope you get better." Thank you, Garden. Thank you. Yes, it's not. It's just the chills. Because yesterday I started to feel my tonsil really weird. And I'm like, this is kind of off. But then later on in the evening, I start get body chills, real chills. You say, "Oh, thank you, Ronnie. Bless up yourself." You say, "You're welcome, God. Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming in. A big shout out for all the top fans for today's live. So yes, so I end up getting my battery pack. So I'm charging my battery pack now. So this is the one I got for the car. When I just get my car, with the first car I had, when I just get the product, say, "Good morning, how are you?" I'm doing good, just stuffy and chills. So I have to have on a sweater. I'm chill. So when I just get my first car, because my first car I was a novice. So I have this lady friend, and she walked me through because when my car used to break down too, I used to try to boost it up and everything. So she encouraged me, yeah, the power bank, yes, Sammy, yeah, and she told me, "You know what? Go get yourself a power bank." And she sent me, I said, "Send me the picture of the one you got." And she sent me the picture of the one she got. And I went on Google and find it and bought it. So I bought it. So I was able to do it myself because I had called my elderly friend and he was near where I was. So he couldn't do it. So I get me a good thing I have it. So now I'm charging it and so forth. So this is the one I got. And so yeah. So I'm charging it now to take it downstairs, but I can't leave it in the car because when the car get too cold, it would drain the battery off the battery pack. So I would have to carry it up and down. And it come into a nice little pouch. And it come with, let me show you the pouch it come into. You said the power bank is good, Sammy. Yeah. Sammy, you said something else, but oh, you said ha ha. Oh ha, oh nah. I'm not, I can't read all the languages, so. So this is the package it come into. This come into this little package, and this is how we set there. So it's nice in there. So good thing. So, but it was so hard for me to what to come. So it come with these. So a good thing I had it. And then this is for charge it in the car and so forth. So it's a good thing I have it. You know, because when I called the elderly friend and he wasn't nearby, so good thing I have it, guys. So I would encourage anybody, if you have a car and you're living at the winter season, make sure you have your booster pack, which is just in case of anything, you don't have to worry. And you have extra charging port thing here too. Alright, so yeah, so I'm charging it right now. Let me see. It probably fully charged. It probably fully charged. Let me see. Oh yeah. So then when it done now, I take it back downstairs. So make sure you guys get if you don't have one. I would recommend one, especially if you're living in the cold winter months. Get one of those because it's very good, and it come in a nice little pouch, so you don't have to worry about, you know. And if you have a big handbag, it can fit in your handbag. So, but don't leave it in the car because it drain the battery off the thing when you're not using it. So yes. So how is everybody doing? Sabia start writing in our in I forgot the language you guys write into. But greetings to everyone. So, but we managed to get the car started up and take the kids to school. End up went to the food pantry. I get me some. I'm about to go put those bananas into a Ziploc bag. And they almost like they ripe too overripe like, and I'm gonna put them to make smoothies. So, but right now I don't feel we don't feel like we want no smoothie. So yeah. Hmm. So how is everybody doing today? How is everybody? I get up, I did make a phone call, and then I just feel for eating some food, and then I get some food for my son, and my son fell in love with the chicken. So he said, "Mommy, I love the chicken." I said, "Good." Sammy says, "So video per comment return." So how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Yeah, this weather here. But I'm drinking up my green tea too. So I hope everybody's doing good. Hey, VIPs, commenters, top fans, subscribers, likers, sharers. Let's put this moderators, members. How is everybody doing? Greetings to one and all. This is Resilient Queen by way under the weather with a lot of stuff going on. This is not the time to be under the weather. You know what I mean? This is not the time to feel like ah. Sabi, okay. Oh, you're from South Africa. You know, so this is not the time to be feeling awful, you know. But yesterday I fell asleep even right here. I put my head down on this desk yesterday and I was doing some computer work and I had to stop. I'm like, oh my God, my eyes hurt. And even this morning right here, so it was so achy, I had to press on it. I'm like, man. So I had to just relax. Yesterday I just turned off the computer and just so you know what, just let it stay right there. So because right here so was hurt and then this morning right here so was just peer pressure. And I'm like, what is going on? You know? So you stop. But I fell asleep right at my desk yesterday. Right at my desk. Additional benefits or potential real savings you may not be receiving now. Different plans are available in different parts of the country, so don't wait. Call the number on your screen now. If you're on Medicare, you can call even if you called before. We will check to see if there is a Medicare Advantage plan available in your area. But other than that, I am doing good. Just here eating some leftover rice and chicken. Anybody was at my live yesterday? You saw when I cut the chicken up on my live yesterday. And then I don't know if you would have seen when I cut the chicken up, but you'll probably hear me knocking something. It was a chicken. So I cooked the chicken yesterday, but I'm telling you, this chicken is a win. This chicken would have sell off right in our restaurant, quick and fast, no joke. So good. I just give my son some more, and he said, "Ma, this chicken is so good." And then the turmeric give the chicken the color looking like a curry flavor, but it's not curry, it's a turmeric, so it's really good. So I hope everybody doing good today. Hope everybody doing amazing. You know, I'm under the weather. Pure chills. This terrible sore throat where this part right here, like right here, like if I move on it right now, hurt. Right here, hurt. So just be careful, guys. I mean, I got some medicine from when I went to the doctor the last time, so I get up and I take some. I take some. My son gave me some. So just be careful if you're in this weather here. And then it's so funny when you have to take care of a little baby for yourself. Like the other day when my baby was sick, he said, "Mama, how come you're not sick?" I said, "God don't make all of you sick at the same time." Then he was asking me, he was sick. He was sick so bad, throw it up, and cause the poor thing. I told him yesterday, I said, "Amir, I saw what you were really going through, because you can barely swallow because of the pain with the irritation. Also, so when you're trying to swallow, he used to complain. I said, "Mommy, it hurt." But when you get the flu now and you understand what the poor little baby was talking about, you realize, wow, that was. Because he used to say, "Mommy, I can't swallow, it hurt." But me trying to swallow now, it just felt like, you know, when you have bruises, that's how you feel. Like it's pure bruises. And you try to swallow, it's like something scraping and it pain you. But you only linger for a few days. And like how I am more mature than him in how to take care of the body, then it will go away faster. But I see what he was going through when he was saying it was just poor thing, you know. It's painful. But this food is so good. You thought it would be good yesterday. Better today? It's better today. I'm telling you. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. This is really good. Season to perfection. No kidding.
And now people are going to come with that expectation and not be able to do that. And every time that happens, you usually have to deal with conflict on board.
Thanks, Sam. Let's talk about this beautiful weather. We've been showing you this shot a couple of times during the newscast, just so you can kind of get the essence if you haven't been outside just yet. It's a nice setup out there across Metro Detroit. Sunshine, a classic fall day. We're still working on some of that fall color, though, as you can see.
It's painful, you know. It's painful when you swallow it. But we will be going away soon. You know, I get up and take me some bed this morning. We be going out. Blinkview TV. Say hello, happy lady. Hello, Blinkview TV. How you doing? Mess up yourself, man. Did they find that little boy yet? I see you were showcasing it on your on your thing there the other day. Did they find that little boy? What's his name? Jaden. You know, he had my son names. Every time I see it, I have to be clicking out because they freak me out. He exactly just the way my son name spelled. He said no, that yeah. He said what's up? I'm here, man. Look under the weather, but. Oh, you said no, not as yet. Because I was watching your thing where I see you were showcasing it with the little boy. You know. And I see some other clips. It's crazy. Oh, you said not yet. It's crazy out here, you know.
Out for some showers. I could see here Friday evening, but there's something else I want to point out to you. Look out the warmth that's building to the south. We'll get a taste of this, I believe, on Saturday, but the system that's going to bring all of this warmth to the north is also the one that increases the chances for some showers and thunderstorms as well.
Sunny. Okay.
Nothing but sunshine, temperatures climbing.
Okay, we're gonna get some sun. That's good. Yeah, family, I'm here. But it's not the time to feel sick. I'm telling you, it's not the time. Because, you know, next week coming up, I have a big thing ahead of me. And plus this week, I have some stuff that, you know, I was instructed to do. And I'm doing it. I could never finish what I was doing yesterday. It's a Blinkview TV, so I will be going down there to do an investigating report. Well, be careful, okay, when you go down there. Be careful, because I know these things can be sensitive and touchy. So be careful, all right? And bless up yourself, man. Yes. But every time I see it, man, and then he had my son's name. That little boy got my son's name. Same way it is spelled, he got my son's name. I'm like, wow.
So this is an active 7-day forecast, which I haven't been able to say.
Stuff, but be safe. Be safe when you go, you know. Oh, you say our eyes. Oh, yeah. So be safe, man. Be safe when you go Blinkview TV. Be safe. Yes. Hopefully they can get closure pretty soon. You know what I mean? Or hopefully they can find that poor child. Oh.
And need major renovation. That's why they hope a new transportation hub will change the game.
Yeah. You said, yeah, man, my eyes them terrible, man. And this morning, a peer pressure right here. So I'm like, what? Right here. You know, sometimes when the flu come on and you, sometimes it depends. It's knock you out. But this week is not the week to be no in these things. No, it's not the week, because I have to be preparing for next week coming up pretty soon. When next week roll around, right, you know, just have a few days to just get on things. So it's not the time, you know. I was doing something and I had to stop. I could never finish my dinner last night. But I made me some green tea, so I got some green tea. No lemon, no, just green tea this morning.
So this really plays well into the technological aspect of that district.
But I'm so cold. When I mean cold, I'm so chill. So, but I got my brown I forgot to put brown on. I don't got nothing brown for my kids,
connect
but I got something brown for me, so I put it on.
Toronto.
But my whole upper body ache, warm. I don't have no fever, but I'm so warm, achy. When I get up this morning and put me on a dress, and then when you swallow it, it hurt, you know. But by tomorrow it should go away because hopefully when I mean go away more clear, so the tonsil not so hurtful, you know. They say you need the Jamaican antibiotic. I have the ginger, the turmeric, and the rosemary, ginger, turmeric, rosemary, and lemon. I'm even telling my mom about the tea to drink now because it when I tell her that tea, I don't know, that tea is so good. It really help give you back some energy, man. You know, really, really do. And I got the ginger because ginger is good for ginger is a good anti what they call it antioxidant something. They have a lot of good properties. And they sell the Jamaica rum over here, you know. It's a rum with lime and honey or black coffee with rum and lime. What? Black coffee? I never heard of that one with rum. I never heard of that one. But they actually sell the Jamaica rum here. There's this liquor store. It's not just a liquor store, it's a convenience store too, but you have a liquor store onto it. And they sell the Jamaica rum there too. I gotta go find out one. I'll try that one. It's a rum with lime and honey. Yeah, I remember people in Jamaica are the people who used to drink in the days. They used to use the rum, the lime. When they at the bar drinking rum and lime, they used to be drinking, tracing their alcohol with rum and lime. And they said, ooh, so good. Ooh, so good. I was like, you will be sweating it out. Or the fever grass. The fever grass is good too. The fever grass is good to put underneath your pillow with some garlic, and I think they mix it up with the pimento and the rum and the same rum, and then they put it in or something and put it in your pillow, and it help you at night. But I went to bed very early last night. Listen, I was so early to bed. I think I went to bed either 8 o'clock or a little before 8 o'clock. As I was here falling asleep. And then I said, let me call this lady and tell her, this lady I talk to all the time. I said, let me call her and tell her, hey, I gotta go to bed early tonight. And then I end up calling all the children with me too. First, they did their homework. And I told them, come and read with me. They had to read a book. Yeah, so I let them come right here. So, and the big one was reading a book. But they have the option to select the book they want. That's why I provide variety of books. So they select the book they want to read. And he come and he was reading his book. He was reading something about astronaut. So you have one of those books where you go to space. He said, this time of year, I always get the flu. Yes, man, always. And it's so irritating. Sometimes your poor ears itch so bad. Yeah. But that ginger, lemon, and turmeric tea there too is very good. But the thing I get it from my son because he was coughing the other day. He was just coughing, you know. He's just, you know, when you have poor little kids in the house and they're sick, man. He said, Mommy, you're not sick. I say, both of us get sick at the same time. So when one get better, then you best believe that everybody in the house get it. But in one at a time, you know. And it's so funny how you as the parents get sick. It's after your kids have the symptoms and they get over, then you as a parent start to feel some kind of way. But all of us in the house don't normally feel sick the same time. It is so funny, but it's true. And sometimes either the parents sick first or the kids sick before the parents. And then, you know, when you become the mother, you know, your doctor and your kids are so, sometimes you're not even taking no precaution with yourself to ensure that you don't get the sickness either. Because it's your children, they're sick, you're just going to spring in action as a mama or as a father. You're not thinking about, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that for yourself so you don't get sick either. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's just It's just hilarious, you know. Instead they leave it with you. Yes, man. Oh man, it's terrible. But I can only imagine what that poor baby was going through, because he used to hold his poor neck, and he said, "Mommy, my neck hurt, my throat hurt," and he couldn't eat. And then do more drinking. The big one had it too, and they were doing more drinking and the chills. Because I remember the baby was doing good in the evening. He came home from school. He had a good time coming home, eat. We were at the table eating and everything. And then all of a sudden, I see the baby lip start tremble. Yes, man, his lip was just going up and down. And when his lip going up and down, then he said to me, "Mommy, I'm so cold." So I thought because of the time changes and the weather getting more cooler, why he feels so cold. No, I put him on, I cover him up under a blanket, put him on the futon, and I said, "Lay down right here," because I was right here. And I said, "Lay down right there." And the poor little boy was saying, "Mommy, Mama, I'm so cold." It's when I feel like baby, his temperature was skyrocket. His temperature was so high, so he was cold, and then the next day he complained about tonsil and all of these things. You know what I mean? He stopped. Jack M Straight 86, how are you? Say order keyboard and a mouse, but it will be here in a long time. It will be there in a long. Okay, okay. Bless up yourself, and that's good. All right. So it's not easy. So she was having problem with swallowing and all of that. So family, I'm telling you. But we all sick at the same time, cause he said, "Why?" I said, "But if all of us sick at the same time, who gonna take care of who?" He said, "Blink TV said, right now I am cooking some chicken back soup." Oh, you're cooking chicken back soup? I haven't seen chicken back in a good look while. They have it over here, but they give you a little bit in some container you buy. They give you a little bit. Yeah, I am sick with the with this local virus that's passing through the air. But this one is more painful to make you whole of your neck or your throat to be able to swallow. And tremble. Nerves cold, you're really cold. Last night I was so cold. I was very cold. Even under the blanket I was cold. I'm not cold because of the house. I'm cold because I was sick. Yeah, we get better soon. Yeah, that's the mindset. But I'm happy. But this is not the time for me to sick because I have too many things to do. It's not the time to be sick. But you know what? Sometimes the sickness have to come, so you don't have to overwork yourself with stress and pain and agony. You know what I mean? So sometimes something have to slow you down to tell you that you're only a human being. Take care of yourself and stop stress yourself over things that sometimes you don't have no control over. So sometimes things have to slow us down to get us back on track. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we're stressing over so many things that not in your control. That's all right, M Jocks. You know, you just don't repeat. That's all. That they tell us when a child do something wrong, I so don't repeat what they said. Then just correct them without repeating the word. That's all right. You know, it's easier than say once you become aware that when you say something, and if you become aware that it's a rude thing you said or so, and you say it out aloud, then you know that you know right from wrong at that point. So that way, no, you wouldn't repeat again. You wouldn't repeat the same thing because you pointed out yourself. So it's taking the necessary step not to feel that way. You see, I've been feeling sick too. Probably under the weather here, because this weather is not playing with us, you know. It's not playing with us at all. It's not playing until the weather not so bad, but it's not playing. But it's not the time to be sick. It's not the time to be sick at all. If you know what I mean, it's not the time when you have so many things to take care of. You know, but I say go. But I say sometimes when you're stressing yourself or something, have to slow you down. You know, definitely have to slow you down.
October 25th. Get 25% off your entire purchase with no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months.
Just when I was sick, well,
And our installers are so talented. Unlike some other companies, our warranties cover the windows and
oh yeah, man, the hot tea is very good.
by Anderson
Especially black tea, because they say the milk tea is not good for the chest when you're sick and a drink, especially when you're coughing. So the black tea. So I got my organic green tea right here. Good thing I have them, and I like this one too. It tastes good.
And no interest for 12 months.
And this one no left an aftertaste on your tongue. Some tea, it do left an aftertaste on your tongue,
Schedule your appointment.
like a staining taste on your tongue where you can feel it. So. And the good part of it, I haven't lost my appetite, so that's the good part. Because
Watch Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 7:30 on
I haven't lost my appetite, it's just that you might not feel like you want to just sit down and eat.
7 First Alert Weather.
Yeah, I'm drinking tea. Yeah, I'm drinking the green tea. I had bought a big box probably a couple of years ago. Probably from I was over the other apartment. And I brought it over here and I just opened it the other day. It was in the plastic, everything, and I just opened it and poured it into a container. And I start drinking, but it tastes real good.
We have accomplished so much, but I believe that our best days are still ahead of us.
This is gonna be a sticky race for the mayor's position. Because they were so close. They did the debate really good last night.
And the question becomes,
Yeah, even though they were taking hints at each other, but they did really do a good debate last night. Jack said, "Is your kid sick?" No, they feel better now. They feel better, so it's my turn now. You know, everybody in the house don't normally get sick at the same time. When after one get better, then maybe a few days or so later. Yeah. But I've seen one of the mayor before. Several times I've seen the lady mayor, the one that's running for mayor now. The lady. I've seen her several times. But it's gonna be a tough race. It's gonna be a tough race because they did do the debate good last night. You know, they weren't buck shuffling, they weren't stuttering. You know,
how Sheffield and Kinloch Jr. performed during the head-to-head.
they perform real good.
Taking jabs at each other didn't go over well with the crowd. Many saying even though they did laugh at some comments, they'd rather hear answers to the questions. And here's one topic Debate Watchers said they did want to hear about: investing in Detroit's neighborhoods. Many liking what the candidates had to say.
Yeah.
As an employer downtown, I see everything downtown, and we still need to continue to push for our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Detroit is a great city. I'm a lifelong Detroiter, and I want to see Detroit grow. There were some things that Kinloch hit on.
I would definitely agree with that. Detroit is a beautiful city. Just upgrade. You know, once they upgrade the communities, the different communities are so yeah.
We're over here. We're trying to do the best we can, but
Because they did take some shots at each other yesterday. They said, "Oh, everything is all about downtown, downtown. What about the city?" You know, but they really debate professionally last night. You know, I mean, they did have all their professional hat.
and I think the record was on defensive a lot.
The debate did sway some voters at UFO Bar's watch party, but others say they're going to be still deciding up until the election. Early voting starts a little over a week from now. On October
They did an excellent job last night, though. That's just in my opinion. I think they did an excellent job.
father faces assault charges after police say he ordered his 6-year-old daughter to attack another student on the school bus.
Don't put your hands on my daughter no more. Because if I find out you touching her again, your parents will have to talk to me.
Video released by the Ferguson Police Department allegedly shows 36-year-old Maurice Fox confronting the student moments before his daughter.
Oh no, no Bluetooth
Authorities say
keyboard and mouse. No, I don't got that. I just have the laptop right here. I got a keyboard in the room. I need to put on here, but no.
warrant has been issued for Fox. Ferguson Police Chief calling the incident
And then a mother over here, so she
adding he
her daughter and another child
however he has
get into some altercation at school, and they say allegedly
legal defense.
gave her daughter a knife to go to school, and that daughter was really doing some damage to the other child. Every time I hear these things, it make me wonder, should I take my son out of school? should I take my son out of homeschool, you know? But I don't have no choice but to put him back into school. You know, if I have a choice, let's see. Because every time I hear these things, you know, it's just tough, you know what I mean?
Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, New York.
I'm Simon Shakett in
It's
Warren.
tough because I have another friend too. He said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna go see you all, love you all, and get better soon." Thank you, Jax M Street 86. Thank you, and if you have to go, everybody, I appreciate you all for stopping by. Thank you. Appreciate you all so very much. But this world is kind of getting too cold now, you know.
Here in Warren, it's the kind of major announcement still sinking in for auto.
I'm not risking my life like that. I'd rather go to the school, talk to the principals about what's going on with the other child and my son, than to put myself in double, what they call it, double jeopardy, and then possible, you know, facing lifetime or something because of an incident that I could have dealt with as a grown woman or a mature woman, to go take it up with the schools. And you know, if they're not interested in taking up the things that they need to deal with in the school, you know, because yes, it's your child or anything, but I think there's ways to go about stuff than to retaliate with violence, you know what I mean? We could call 911 for ourselves. We could do so many things. Go to the school, talk to the school board, you know what I mean? Ask them to have a meeting to see the way go forward. And the funny part of it, in one of the incidents, they said the the um the metal detector that they have to discover when metal come in the school went off, and nobody had checked that child bag when the metal detector went off. So you know, and things went off like that, knowing that you know you have incident before where things that could have avoided was avoided. So now they have these things in school. Once they hear that beep, then they should make sure you check everybody thoroughly so that nothing get out of hand. I know it's not easy when you're in school and you're just there to do your job, teach these children, and all of this. It's tough, you know. It's tough. It's tough everywhere. It's tough on parents. It's tough on everybody. It's just tough. Well, I think if we work together, work with our teachers, work with our principals or the directors of the schools. They call it director over here, and all these kind of stuff. You know, what I mean, we can able to come to a peaceful resolution. Work with the other child parents as well, even though not every parents willing to work together, but they themselves might not aware of what's really going on with their children too. Because you know, sometimes when kids are not in your care and they go to school, you hear different stories, you know, because when I used to send my son to school, he was in my care, he was at school in their care, and I'd be getting report, oh he this, oh he that, you know, and I had to take him out of school. So, but at least I made a decision, even though it's a tough decision I made, you know, a tough one that causing me to be a lot, is like sacrificing everything for just for him, you know what I mean? It's a tough one, but at least I do the right thing. So now, the only bad report I can get for him right now, while homeschool, is him turning off the computer, muting the computer, damaging the computer, and he can be rude to teacher. But you know, so those are the report, or he's not doing his work. You know what I mean? So those are the report I would be getting from his teachers. I wouldn't get no complaint that about no other children or so. So sometimes even when you look at homeschooling, it's like I don't know if any parents have children in homeschool, and then sometimes you just say, you know what, you want them to go back into regular school, but then when you hear the news, sometimes what's going on, it make you like, "Oop, I don't miss it. Whoop, I don't miss it." You know what I mean? You just make you start to think as a parent. And but for me, I believe if you have children in school and you keep getting bad report about them also, don't have them sit there in school and their name get written up all the time, because that will affect them later. I think it's best to find like a homeschool where you can homeschool them if even for a year. That's their punishment, to homeschool them for a year where they have nobody around them. But they put them in a extracurricular activity or get them therapy while they're in school at home, or so, and they can get to You realize that, hey, this is serious and we have to protect you because we don't want to go to jail for no kid or anything, you know what I mean? And that way you get a little ease, and when that child become more mature, then if you want you can put it back into school, you know what I mean? Because then you don't have him homeschool and give him that level. Because I had to make a big sacrifice to take my son out of school. It wasn't an easy decision. It was a decision that required me to, ooh, be in pain, stressed out and everything. It wasn't easy. But instead of me getting mad and all these things, I had to do what best for him, you know. So now the only bad report I can get for him is not to say he in any altercation with any children. He's in altercation with his laptop. And that's how he do his work, you know what I mean? So his altercation would be with the laptop, eh? Virtually, laptop. Probably throwing water in it, which he did twice. You know what I mean? Him drinking his juice and he say spill over. I wasn't in there, so I don't know how he spill it. You don't know if he throw it in there or he accidentally, you know what I mean? You don't know if he accidentally, but you don't know. But those are the things, you know what I mean? And those things can be replaced. But injuring somebody else's child or children is tough. That one is tough because then if parents involved and retaliate the wrong way, then not only the child gonna suffer, but the parents also gonna suffer. So and I look and I say, you know what, I got two children. I have to take care of them best way. So I would encourage any parents if you have a child and they misbehave at school, yes, sometimes it's a tough decision, tough task at hand, but if ever for a year, take them out to give them that, get them back together, get them back on track, let they understand the ropes are so that you can monitor them and see what's going on, get them therapy, and you can be in contact with anybody out there that have resources to help guide them along the way and see how best that work for you. And if a good thing if you have family members that is around that you could leave them with that is trustable and all these things, then that cause you have to work. I don't got that. I don't got that dynamic, but I had to challenge myself because it's not nice when your kids young and you're getting a bad report or they're writing them up or so, because the only a matter of time when they do anything wrong, then you as a parent get overwhelming at times. You get frustrated, you get stressed out. And when you're stressed out, you're not thinking clearly, you're not thinking the right way. You're thinking about how can you knock this person out or anything, you know what I mean? So the best thing to do is just before you withdraw the child from school, you warn the child and say, listen, if you keep getting misbehaving at school or anything, I gonna have to do the unthinkable. Take you out of school, put you into homeschool and see, put you in the for a year and see how best that go with you. And let me know if that's something you like. And you have to do all of your work and all of this blah blah blah, cause mommy gotta work, daddy gotta work. You have to, cause that's the only way to solve certain problem when your children are acting up or something. And get therapy for them too while they're there. You know what I mean? You get therapy for them so they can come back around and everything and be good. You know. So, and that will help. Instead of go to school and give your kids knife to take to school or all these things. 'Cause once a kid get in trouble, they start panic and realize that they had just done the unthinkable. And now they realize that the action cost them more than what they were even thinking. Now they can say, who give you this? Who give you that? Now you as a parent have to entangle in that. You know what I mean? When you could have just take your child out of school if you think they were bullied or you think somebody harassing your child. There is several homeschool programs that is out there. You can get them in there if ever for a year. Get your children back into out there if they misbehave. You know what I mean? So as parents, because it's not nice. It's not nice when you have to, yeah, you have to work, yeah, you gotta do this, but sometimes it's best to take them out when they being rude and are being harassed and they cannot take it anymore. Because it's only a matter of time before they start feeling like they need to hurt someone. You know what I mean? Because after somebody push you, it's only a matter of time before you start think the unthinkable. So it's best as parents to make that tough decision. You want the child and ask them, have a relationship with them. Ask them. Okay, with my son, when I was taking him out of school, it wasn't an easy decision for me. I'm like, I don't got no family here. I don't got no one to leave my child with. If any little thing and I gotta work, I can do this, I can do that. And I had to I sent him back to school and he was still getting complaints. I talked to him and everything and he was still getting complaints. I Cherish Church Network, you say, hello, how are you, I Cherish Church? Bless up yourself. You know? So, please, parents, if you're out there, your children being in a certain situation, some of you are in a two-family home. If one of you have to make a decision to probably do DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub or something, or so that way you can be home with that child when he homeschool, or so if he's not of age where he can be home to do his work by himself, or so do what you have to do. But you said, blessed by the best. Yes, ma'am. Blessed day to you, I Cherish Church. You know, and see if those things can also help to curtail bad behavior. And when you take them out of school, seek therapy for them because I did get therapy for my son too. You know what I mean? Utilize the resources, and even if it's not a resource that is easily accessible to you, maybe pay somebody to do the what do you call it now, the therapy session with him for maybe let's say 3 months. Because 3 months we kind of get an understanding and an insight on the child or so forth, and then after that, if the child is doing good, then you don't have to proceed with any more therapy. You know what I mean? But when they get them out of school at that time, yes, you do need therapy for them. I believe that, so that they can come back down to reality and stuff like that, and then you can get on with your day life. And you know, taking them out of school is not mean that because they might not have friends or family. You say, yes, I am a teacher, you are giving good advice. Thank you, I Cherish Church. Yes, man. Because it's not easy, you know. And I see in a lot of parents, you know, I just see one where the father going on the bus telling the little child, oh, if you touch my son again, da 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 da. You know, take your child out of school. If you have to go to the point where you look at a 6-year-old child or a 4-year-old child or a 5-year-old child or any child below the age of 18, and we have to look to them, right? Just take a child out of school. You know, get them some break. You say, I am on fall. Oh, you're on fall break already. Oh, wow. Wait. Fall break already? Oh, that's nice. Well, enjoy your fall break. You know. But to be honest, because you see, I took my son out of school. It was a tough decision for me. And what I did before I take my son out of school, I consult his Head Start teachers that was teaching him at the time. I consult his old school that he was going to before he transitioned to kindergarten, and he said you get another for Thanksgiving. Oh, getting all the breaks. Man, I thought holiday just over. But that's good though, I Cherish Church. Bless up yourself. I gonna need you to teach my kids to make those soap because they be watching you making the soap. I said, go bed. They sit down there watching it. You know, because I had it on, so they were sitting there watching you taking out the soap and then doing another batch. But yes, parents, don't be afraid to, because that's going to stress your parents when your children come home and say, oh, this person did this to them, oh, that person did this to them. Before you take those children out of school, though, one of the things I would want you to know is consult with somebody else, not just with your partner, but get somebody else's opinion from yours and your family opinion, like somebody outside of your home, and maybe a friend, a pastor, or a teacher that you confide in, or a social worker, a therapy. Seek some intervention for your child before you take them out of school, because remember now, if you have to work and you're the only one have to work also, it can be a challenge, because I know that for me it's a challenge, you know. So make sure you say, I will do a child version. My granddaughter makes her own favors as the call. Oh, okay. All right, so I will let my son them watch that one then. Thank you, I Cherish Church. You know, so don't look at it as, but I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Because I said the same thing too. But I get him up together, you know, not without his stress, not without his hurdles. Because even when they homeschool, sometimes they can believe. You say, see, 7 years old. Oh, same as my son age. Okay, I Cherish Church. That's nice. You know, teach your children and let them lead the way. That's right. You know, so don't be afraid, parents out here. If you have your children, whether they are bullied in school, you're getting bad reports about them, you know, too many suspension from school, even after you talk to them, even after you have them out for a day or two in school, but they go back and then you hear their name again, last time they get suspended, or you have to take the necessary step. I know it's hard, but we have to do what we gotta do. You know what I mean? So, and you talk with that child too. Have a conversation with that child. If you keep misbehaving, we're gonna show you the harder way. You won't have no friends when you're homeschooled. You go have friends virtually, but that's not the same like when you're seeing people physically and you can't touch them and say, hey, how you can your friends come and give you a hug. You know when we go to school, our friends glad to see us, can't wait for Monday morning, and your friends run and come and hug you up and all these things. But when kids wanna lose everything in life, you have to show them the harder way. Okay, we go homeschool you. Let's see. And you do it for a year or so. And if you decide, things is getting rougher for you, just put them back in school. Put them back in school if things get rougher, but at least you take the initiative to help your children, not giving them weapons to take to school because that's not an initiative. That's a bad initiative. That's a bad motivation. That's not good encouragement. You know what I mean? To encourage a child to do better, sometimes you have to withdraw your own children for their own safety and for their own integrity and for everything. Yes, it's a challenge at times. Don't get me wrong, because even with me right now, it's a challenge for me. But at least he get enough equipment and everything now. So hopefully that next year when I put him back in school, because I have stuff to do. I got bills to pay and everything to do. But when people when your child get in trouble, or they say he did this or she did that, or so you want to protect your children. Protecting your children is not giving them weapon to go to school. Protecting your children is not arguing with somebody about your children. It's to take the necessary initiative. Because we have option, people. Just think about it. Same way you have the negative option, you have good positive options too. Positive option. Withdraw them. They have homeschool now, so good part of it is that gone were the days when you didn't have homeschools.
There could be lessons here for earthbound
You know what I mean?
learning how
But now you have homeschool. It's a school. It might not be the ideal school like what you want, where the engagement and everything. But if your child don't realize that they are jeopardizing their career and their life, you have to let them learn the hard way. And that way you don't have to worry about, hey, I have to call my uncle, I go have to call his father, you know what I mean? At this time, yes, your stress is gonna be just between you and your children. Not between you and jail. It's gonna be between you and your children because this is a sacrifice you have to make sometimes for your children. It's never easy when you have to make some tough decisions. So please, people, if you're out here with children, think before you do anything foolish that can land you behind bars because you're a child. And these children nowadays, they are so mischievous with the mind that like yesterday I was talking and I said if our mind was supposed to send us to jail in some time when somebody do us wrong and get us upset, if our mind was supposed to send us to jail, it would have sent plenty of us to jail. You understand? But the mere fact that we can create peace within our mind and within ourselves, we need to also do it on the outside to protect our youth. You know what I mean? Protecting our youth because by the end of the day, I'm not going to jail for one child, and I make that known to my child from day one. I will never go to jail for a child. No, I don't think no parent should put themselves in no trouble for a child who don't listen, don't want to hear nothing. When you talk to them, they think they are grown. They gotta learn the hard way, baby. I will be right there with you learning the hard way. Let's take our embarrassment. You do something wrong, you gotta pay the price for that, baby. I ain't going to no cold. I'm not for anybody know how the over these places here in winter months cold. Why would I want to go be in a jail cell in a cold time to sit down for a child? No. I've been in a jail cell for 9 months. That is enough jail cell for me and you. 9 months I carry you come here. That was a jail cell. I couldn't hardly walk. I could barely move. Could barely get up. I was irritated. That's enough jail cell for me. 9 months was enough jail cell for me. You come out of that jail cell now? I don't need another one. No. We have to think, parents. Just take them out of school. What I mean take them out? You're not going to take them out right away. You have conversation with these children. Let them know, say, boy, the way I get in all these reports about you, I don't like it. Because remember now, anything documented against your children that is signed, sealed, and delivered to you is documented for the rest of the child life. So don't think that because teacher give you a piece of note or something, it is documented in the book. And if that child do anything wrong, all that will come up in that child's face. Oh, when he was at this school, he was this, he gets suspended for this, he gets suspended for that. So I'm telling you, parents, as now, to protect your children is not to give them weapon to go to school. To protect your children is to, there are plenty of home schools right here online. Reach out. Many of you in our Facebook groups or whatever group you're in, if you need to get a homeschool, wherever the location is that you're in. Let's say you're in Florida, you're in Michigan, you're wherever. You can reach out to Facebook and say, who know of a good homeschool? And you'll be surprised to know how many people can refer you to a homeschool. So if you need that extra support, 'cause that will be the extra support you need to calm yourself down as well as to calm your child down too. And then sometimes when we see a lot of times the children are acting up, it's because of the things they see around them, you know. Sometimes the conflict between parents and parents, sometimes just every hustle and bustle that we go through, our children have to stand right there and see us go through it. And then when we going through it, sometimes we take our own stress out on our children, and they see that, and it's like they can't say nothing about it. So when they go to school and somebody say anything to them, they're gonna become the hottest head kid out there. Not to say they want their head to be hot. When we go into school, we say hot head, meaning that you get trouble, you're terrible, you just non-stop bad behavior, you just bad, you just ghetto. They say you just ghetto. So that's what we call hot head. And somebody say you're hot head. You know what I mean? So, but if you want to protect yourself and your children, protect them by start looking into homeschool. Do your research about homeschool. Go into most homeschool, they have a facility where you can go before you enroll your child into homeschool, and you can call them and go into it. How I get my son into homeschool, I was in a food pantry line. Oh yes, that year when he was going to school and I dropped them off to school, there was this pantry that opened every Tuesday, and the line was used to be so long. And this guy was walking past the cars because we had to line up it with cars to get the food. And they used to give a lot of good stuff, a lot of stuff. So anyway, I haven't gone there for long because he lined too long. And if you know your list, you don't break color for long lines, you're not gonna bother with the lines. So anyway, somebody was walking up and down, and when I looked, they have flyers given out, and I got the flyer for a homeschool, and then I go somewhere else again, and then I got the same flyer again, and I'm like, why is this same flyer keep popping up? And I got it for a couple years as well. And then when my son started get trouble again, I went somewhere else or to another function or something, and they were there giving out the flyers again for the school that he's in now. And I picked the flyer up, and for days, people, I'm in that car, the minivan. I had a minivan before, and I'd be having that flyer, and I'd be looking on the flyer. They gone to school. It's just me now. And I'll be shedding some tears, and I'm saying, Lord, I'm taking my son out of school. Is this the right decision that I'm making? You know, as parents, sometimes nothing wrong for shed little tears, you know, because you don't know if it's the right decision you're making. You don't know. You know, sometimes we're making some decision we don't know. To be honest, we don't know. You know, but you have to make it. At the moment, you have to make it. You know, because if you don't make it, something might happen, and then you're gonna live with worse and regret than don't know. So I better you don't know. I just make it, you know. And I hold it up, and I was crying and everything, and I said to myself, Lord, is this the right decision? Because I don't got no family here. I start list out the things that it's gonna do to me. You know what I mean? And I just heard one voice said, you're making the right decision. Because it's not easy when your kid's suspended from school. It's not easy when they're being accused, and it's not easy when somebody labeling them. It's not easy when bullying. Nothing is easy at all. Nothing. But what's gonna make things easier, even though at first it will seem like a stress, is get them the help they need. You know, talk to someone. And I call my son old school, talk to the teachers. Some of them say, well, maybe take him out of school and see how it go. Some of them were saying, I don't think so because he's gonna miss the social aspect. But then I said, look at this, what the social aspect give to him. Suspended letter. Because he was interacting with other kids, and that's how he get suspended. They say he did this and he did that.
Jada Scott.
You know what I mean? And that's how he happened to get suspended. So I'm saying he ain't gonna miss no social interaction then.
She was in communication.
Because nowadays you barely can interact with people and touch or so forth. Yes, that can get you in trouble too. You know what I mean? Even if it's not intentional, you have to be careful. Like yesterday, I was watching Tamron Hall and there was a little boy on there singing, and she was about to go touch him, and then she just put her hand like this, and I'm like,
During an overnight shift,
it's a method that we use now, because you know you can't touch people without their permission or their consent. You know what I mean? Because that's against people's
they
will.
recovered evidence of value.
But do what is best for your family. Don't feel bad.
They found what they believe
Feel good about the situation. Oh yes, you're gonna have a lot of sleepless nights thinking about, am I making the right choice? I gotta work, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, but am I making the right choice?
Allegedly harassing her.
You know, especially if your children keep misbehaving, especially if you warn your children, please son, please daughter, just go to school. Don't talk to these children no more because they're putting you down the wrong hole. You're talking to your children, you're encouraging them. Please, just go to school, focus on your education. Respect the children who respect you. You know what I mean? By just walking with good children or so, because you don't know who's good or who's bad nowadays. But you have to give your children little tips. And when you see they're not following those tips you give to them, because some children have to literally bump their toe before they realize that, oh, mommy, you're right. You take a whole bumper toe. And some people bump the toe and never tell the tale. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show that we have to do what's best for our children. We have to. If your children is in any trouble at school and they keep getting suspended, I believe it. If you give my son 3 suspension, that's a wrap for me. Yes, that's enough to push me over the edge to say, this is the time. And I remember I drove so fast, I don't even remember where I drove. Not fast. I drove all the way, I don't even remember where I drove, but it was a good distance away, probably about 46 minutes away or so. Go outside of where I'm at to go enroll him into that school. And even when I was going, guys, I was driving and I was thinking, am I making the right decision? Am I making the right decision? Guys, I don't know what I was thinking. Am I doing this? I mean, but I drove there, me, him, and the little baby at the time. Amir was small. And I drove and I drove. Oh, God. Following all the GPS. Because, you know, when you don't know where you're going, you have to follow the GPS. So the GPS take you around circles. Oh, man. And I can't even remember exactly where I went, but I went somewhere. And I drove and find the place. I called them first, and they told me when to come in, or so forth, and I go. They told me all to bring in. We had filled out some forms online, and they told me to bring in some documents. And I went and drive and bring those documents in. And up till when I bring in those documents, I still didn't know if I was making the right choice. I swear, I still did not know if I was still making the right choice. But I had to do it. I had to do it because I was too stressed out. You know, I was crying. When your parents have to start crying for your children when they go to school, it's a wrap. That's the honest truth. Because you had enough. You talk to them, they don't listen. You say this, they don't hear you. You say that, they don't care. You say this is like, you know what? You know, that's enough. That's enough. And I'm not going to be going to no school. Well, I know better than not going to no school to go argue with nobody. Why did you hit my child? No. I'm not approaching nobody's children. I will approach mine because he's mine by taking the necessary step to give him what he needs, not what I think is needed to quash anything. Because arguing with people's children, the next thing child come and say, hey mom, Jaden, mom come arguing with me and stuff. It's a kid. No. I tell you what I will do. I'll make the sacrifice of my child. If I have to live out the door, I'll live out there just to make the sacrifice of my children. And as parents, we need to step up and do that. Yes, you're going to complain about your job, but you got to remember, when your children put you in a trouble and then you gone in a handcuff, you don't have no job thinking about no more. You lose your job too when you go do dumb stuff. Yes. So you got to think about those things. Even when you see your child come and say, Mama, Dada, so and so. And then your boss see you on the news in a wrongdoing, you think they're gonna hire you back at that job, they're gonna fire you. And this time you say, but this no. When you could have easy well ask your boss for a time off and go to a homeschool location, check in, get your kids in school or do it online if you can't or whatever they say you're supposed to do. And get your kids to get the help they need. No. Because remember, when you do something wrong, you're going to lose your job. So it's not even worth you working up yourself over anything. So people just take care of your children. Do what's best for them. You know, I know plenty of people that said they homeschool their child. I know one lady right now, she said her son had to homeschool her child, his children for over 3 years. He just recently put them back into homeschool because they're more mature now. You know, and even though she said that one of them, they were having a little argument or so. So now the parents gotta go into school to rectify whatever was. And I'm saying to myself, I wonder if they say to themselves, man, if you don't homeschool, it's a lot of work. But I'm saying to myself, wonder if they say, man, I miss homeschool. But when things happen, you do try to piggyback and say, do I miss this or do I miss that? You know what I mean? Yeah, and some of you have a lot of family members can give an eye on your children. Pay them to give an eye on the child because the child is big enough and you teach him how to do his work or so. Then the family member just have to make sure that they on the computer, they're doing their schoolwork and all of that. They're not turning down the volume of the computer because yes, they do. They do turn on the volume of the computer. They will be right there, minimize the screen and playing their Roblox or anything. And you just make sure all of that is secure.
Waiting until your car breaks down is too late.
You know, so I say go people, what a life. I life people, but don't do the unthinkable because it's not worth your time. It's not worth your time and it's not fair to the child either. Yes, they're in hot water with other friends or so take them out of school. Have a conversation with the principal, see what best, see if they have any, see if they can refer you to somewhere where you can take your child to get counseling or so before you take them out of school if you are one of the parents that can't handle that. See if they have anywhere they can refer you to a counselor if you don't have a counselor, a guidance counselor. You know, talk with the child, see what's going on, see where their head is at, and all these things. Don't be afraid, you know, take your embarrassment as parents and get the help your children need. And so forth, you know what I mean? That way you're just in conflict with your children, not with you and nobody else kid. And then next thing you're in a handcuff now. That's smart. That's not smart. Because then you're losing your job. You're going to lose friends too. You're going to lose, sometimes you lose family member because they don't want to affiliate themselves with you no more because you do the unthinkable. You know what I mean? But if you did the right thing, you know what I mean, you will get help. And then maybe next 2, you give your child maybe a year in homeschooling or 2 years. And then after that, if they're doing good and they like it, then they stay in there. If they don't want to stay there, then even my little son said, Mommy, I want to go to homeschool like my brother did. Because he on a computer and I want to be on a computer. So, but I can't do that. I can't do that, you know, and not for right now. So, but at least the sacrifice I made, you know, it will have to come to an end because it's just me, you know. But don't give up for your children, but don't do the unthinkable because the unthinkable will make you pay more price than the little price you could pay where to just get them into school. Call around there when you Google homeschooling. There's tons of homeschooling everywhere. And the good part of it, they ship everything to the kids. They ship the books, the laptops, everything that the kid gonna need. So it's not like you have to worry about, back to school coming, I gonna have to shop for this and I gonna have to shop for that. They send everything to the children. Only thing you'd have to buy is when they break stuff up or so then you're gonna have to buy back pencil, erasers if they lost them or so forth. But they literally send the children everything they need to get them into the school, okay, for homeschooling. If your laptop damaged and all if you're stressed out and say, man, the next day they say pack it up, put it into a box. Somebody is gonna come for it. You have to be at home when somebody picking it up, yes. And then they give you a little sticker to say they pick it up. Then they take it by the next day, the laptop will arrive.
The bone density is pretty.
Unless you're not at home, then it take a little longer for it to arrive. Book supplies arriving as well. You know what I mean? So
Workouts has been building lean muscle.
all you have to do is just have somebody present for that child. And you don't have to be in his classroom because he's in class. I'm not in his classroom, but I can hear.
Read their results.
Jaden, what are you doing?
Find in the DEXA scan or the scale. I want to remind them.
Class over?
The numbers themselves are not
Oh.
judgments. Instead, Dr. Wright says this.
Going to Epic. Going to Epic.
Where you are.
Epic is where he does
Data
reading.
demands action.
Yeah. So I'm just telling you people, you have to take care of your children. You know what I mean? Don't roll to violence or anything. When you come out to school or so, don't even if your child says something about another child, just go to the teacher or go to the principal or the dean of discipline or whatever. I talk to them about what your child had told you. You don't take no matters up into your hand to deal with nobody's children. You talk to your child. Only talk to your child. Leave people children. Don't talk to them. Don't say nothing to them. Don't threaten them, because then you threaten them in front of any other children. You're gonna get more threat in your life, because then now you not only have the law gonna be right there watching you. You're gonna now have the parents trying to attack you. Hopefully not. Or you're gonna want they try to do something lawsuit or anything can happen. So parents think. Don't think the unthinkable, but think the right. Do the right thing. You know. You only can protect your children. Attacking other people's kids because your child say this or say that, not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you nor the child, you know. And in that word, carrying a child for 9 months and then turn around, going to jail for another 9 months, no. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, people. So just be good to your children and be honest with them. Okay? They tell you something, sometimes you know. And you gotta know your children too. Because if they don't want other children in your household, if they mischievous with other children in your household, more likely they will be mischievous with others out there if you don't correct those behaviors. When you see children in your household and they start fighting and doing each other wrong, you have to cut that out. Because when you not cut out, nobody talk to them, nobody intervene or say anything. They go to school and they demonstrate the same behavior. And then sometimes you go through stress and they see you going through stress and they go through it too. And then they go to school and display certain behavior because they're not allowed to talk about these things at home. Because sometimes you will tell them, just leave me alone. Just go, leave me alone. I need to be left alone. And then you telling them to be left alone. Then they go to school and say, okay, then at school I don't have to be left alone. I can make trouble. Not realizing that's the wrong place to go make trouble.
Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head.
You know what I mean? So, but such is life, people. They say, just don't think the unthinkable. Just look at your womb that you struggle with a child for 9 months. Some of we get C-section like myself. Some I have one naturally, one by C-section. Not another pain. No. I will not sit in no jail for 9 months for no children. I'm sorry. Nope. You're going to sit by yourself, not by me. And that's the thing we have to understand as parents. Loving your children is not loving them to contribute to the things that already contribute to them negatively. It's to break that barrier. Break those hurdles, break those harmful things that was meant to destroy your child. You know what I mean? It's not to fluid anything in a negative light. It already been fluid already. And then when you come in and say, oh, what? What did you do to my son? What did you do? You're also contributing to more fluid in a negative way. But if you find a solution, you know, because a lot of time we are quick to be a part of the problem, but we are not quick to be a part of the solution. We gotta learn to be a part of the solution and not the problem. Because even that mother now, instead of she try to be a part of the solution, she be a part of the problem. Because when you give your child a weapon to go to school, what do you think gonna happen? You're contributing in a negative way. to the problem. You're not finding no solution. You're not helping that child. You think you're helping that child, but you only just realize that you're gonna lose your job sometime, lose your house if you're renting, or even if you're not renting, but when you lock up in jail for 3 4 months, you can lose everything that you so worked so hard for. Why put yourself in those danger? Take your child out of school if you can't take the headache. But give them a tool. If anytime you reach to this stage, listen to me and the parents out there. Anytime you reach to this stage where your child come home and complain to you about any things that their friends are so do to them at school, and you think they unthinkable, like give them any weapon or so to go to school, just tell yourself, you know what? It's time to take you out of school. It is time to get you homeschooled and do it quick and fast because you're gonna lose your temper. Because when you have to start thinking and think about you, this is gonna tell you it is time. I must protect my child. I must protect my children. Take them out of school. Give them a year or so and see how well they do. Prepare them to be more mature and be able to take tasks on, keep their hands to themselves. Also, encourage them, get therapy for them. Life is short, but it's not worth my time. Not another 9 months. The starting period. Just tell yourself, not another 9 months. Anybody know the 9 months of being pregnant? How much pain you go through? Especially in the latter part where you can barely walk, you're rocking from side to side. Sometimes you feel like you're pass out. Sometimes you're in pain so much that you can't move. Some people even become bedridden when they were pregnant. Just think about those pains that you go through when you were pregnant. Would you want to spend another 9 months behind bars suffering? All because you could have done something better but you refused to? No. Just think about that 9 months you carry that child for. Some people nauseous, living in the hospital for so long, till maybe in their third trimester. Why would you want to spend another 9 months risking your life for what? For a child who you talk to not listening to you? No. If you had a child before, you know the pain you go through, tell yourself not another 9 months. Every time you see something happen, tell yourself, Muda, hey, how you doing? Greetings. Time to step up, family. It is time. It's not too late to step up and make good decisions. Tell yourself not another 9 months. If you've been through pain, tell yourself not another 9 months. Because if you've been through 9 months of pain, you know what it is. How you doing? Hello. Muna. I'm here, man. Just talking a little bit. We're not talking too long. Because I make sacrifice, people, and even though it's stressing me out in one aspect, but at least I'm not stressed out by getting no letter about my child. I'm not stressed out about suspension and how am I going to go to work and how am I going to go to this. You know what I mean? They say, where are you from? I am originally from Jamaica, living in Michigan. So that's the best option I can give to you guys, to say that, because I did it and it wasn't easy, because I'm a single mom and it was a tough sacrifice, it was a tough decision, and it didn't happen overnight, because when the things was happening, he stayed in that school for a year till when he graduated, and then I said, can't do this. And then even tell his classroom teacher too. I said, you know what? I think it's best for me to take him out of school. And she said, well, if that's going to help him or whatever, if it curtail anything or whatever he's going through, well, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you that anything you think that is best for your child, you're the mother, you know what is best for your child. And he's doing good in homeschool. Sometimes he get on the clover board, but he doing good. The other day I told him, because I homeschool him. I can't remember which year I homeschool him. I think from 2023 or 2024. And when I homeschool him, I help him get through to understand his assignments and everything. And I told him, let me tell you something, little boy. I will not sit in your class and I will not sit down and help because you had an opportunity to be in regular class and you couldn't go there and behave yourself. Now you have an opportunity to sit down by yourself, no headache, no problem. Do your schoolwork. And he be doing his schoolwork. When I check his grade book the other day, I'm like, because I'm here, I had to tell my lady friend, I call my lady friend and I say, girl, I'm over here arguing with my son. But then when I go check his grade book, I'm like, what? I was impressed. But that's what you do as a mother. That's how you find solution. Not giving nobody no weapon to take to school. Take that child out of school. If you come to the point where you have to think of a weapon to get your child to go to school, that child need to be taken out of school.
And also on that QR code, we will be right back.
That child need to be taken out of school because you gonna keep him or her there till it cause more problem. And then who's gonna be in harm's way? The children that don't belong in harm's way. Because something don't sit well with your child or something. We understand it's life. Things get sensitive, things get thrown at us, things get said that weren't supposed to be said. But if you have to road to violence, please take that child out of school. Find a school and take that child out of school. Have a dialogue with your child teacher and the school principal if you need to. If you need to, or if you think you're more upset than anybody else, go take your child out of school. So that you can leave that compound in a peace and people, children that were having altercation, we can be in school in a peace. Don't send nothing to the child, don't harass the people and children. Go your ways, close your lip, get the help your child needs. Get therapy too.
Simply call the number on your screen or visit our website.
Yes, when you just take them out of school, get therapy because the therapy can also encourage them and talk to them about, you know, some of them will tell you, well, I don't think so because of the social interaction, but the social interaction is what get them in trouble. So you ain't gonna tell me nothing that I don't understand. Because it was because they were socially interacting with other children why they get in trouble. So until they learn how to be socially, learn social what social interaction means, until then they be out of school.
Feeling more like myself.
With Schwarzkopf's professional expertise.
You know what I mean? So yes, like computer not that good. That's why they don't keep them long on the computer. When they homeschool, they don't keep them long on the computer. You know, they give them breaks and give them a lot of stuff, you know. So family, do what's best for your children, please. Do what is best for your children. And when I say best, do the right thing. Not another 9 months. So we're not gonna stay any longer. You know what I mean? Just come on here to let you guys know this is not the time for me to be sick because I got so many things to do leading up to next week. And all of that, now I'm gonna go downstairs to take my clothes down to wash because I wasn't feeling well. But I'm gonna try to force and take it down there and all of that. But work with your children, family, in the best way. Alright? And sometimes things gonna be overwhelmed also. Reach out to your local authorities if you need local guidance. It could help. Sometimes they have counseling department that they can refer you to. Some, you know, there's or they can refer you to a therapist or anything. If you think that you're too overwhelmed, don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Help is out here and everything to go forward to help you with your children in school. You know what I mean? Because I know these school nowadays, it can be brutal to send the children nowadays because it's too much, you know. And children are not built like back in the days where we were built like somebody say you look like the cop and we just look at you and say you look like the cop and everything is okay. Nobody care about that no more. Everybody's so sensitive to every little thing that is thrown at them, and you know what I mean? We know nowadays I don't think people really know how to control their emotions, and it's just true because when you're under stress you don't know how to control the emotion even as a human being, as an adult, you know. Sometimes you don't know how to control the emotion because too much, you endure too much for too long. Eh? And that's why it's good when you can talk things out and you can talk to someone about what you're going through, even if it's not the exact thing that you're going through. But you talk things out, you feel much better. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to talk things out. You know what I mean? Find somebody that you can trust where you could laugh and hang out. Somebody might say, hey, you want to hang out? Hang out and do what's best for you. You know what I mean? And don't be afraid when you have children and they're in school and they getting in trouble. Reach out. Reach out to someone that you can talk to and see if they can help talk to your children too as well. And if they can do that and they calm down and everything is good, then yeah, You're on the right track. You understand? Don't the parents out there don't feel like nobody cares for us. People out there do care, but we have to reach out because they won't know what we're going through. They won't know what we're going through, but we can reach out people. All right. So until then, walk good. We say big shout out to all of the VIPs, to all of the likers. The head, my forehead hurting me. To all of the likers, the sharers, the commenters, the well wishers, the moderators, the subscribers, the members. Big shout out to every one of you, the top fans, everybody. Did I say the likers? Everybody, we want to bless up all of you for the day. And remember what we are going through. We are never alone in anything we're going through. We're never alone, but start speaking up, not retaliate. All right, just start speaking up. It's rough sometimes, the words gonna come from your mouth or whatever, but it's life. But at least you're talking it out, so you can get some help. You get the ease. Okay. So until then, have a blessed day, people, and walk good. Bye.